Last time we left off with Deku saying, you know what? Fuck this. Y'all niggas not about to get in my way. Cause I'm about to do what I gotta do. Hold on, let me take this here. Alright, so we got it to where your boy Deku is basically telling these niggas, y'all need to stay back because I'm not going to be responsible. And then as he looks up to President Mike, he basically tells or asks, hey, are these buildings within the, danger zone? Like, are these buildings okay? Like, can I destroy them if my quirk allows? And he's like, yeah, sure. And he's like, perfect. Deku starts like, he only walks in the sky, not really high, but like high enough, right? So where people like, wait, he can fly or something? Like they're almost confused. He looks around, sees all the robots. He's like, this is almost out of my range, but I think this should work. He takes the low stance he did when he was doing that 10-month training. And then everyone's confused. The flames that were holding everyone back stop, but they like sense a massive amount of heat where Deku's going. And it's almost like it's like a black hole that anything that would go near it would get sucked in. The air itself is steaming. It's just evaporating. All the moisture is leaving. The fucking concrete is melting. And then it happens. Deku says, omnipotent burn. And then the second he says that, he puts his hands up. And then he says, my job here is done. Puts his hands back in his pocket and waits. Everyone started about to walk, but Deku said, wait for it. And then he stands in like the center of it as he's walking away, pretty much. I'm not trying to make it look like, oh, explosion, walks away, but that's how I see him doing this. And then a massive wave, almost like it was like the ocean of flames, just start burning everything around it. Just boom. Buildings getting burnt, and not even just burnt. I mean, atomized burnt type burnt. Like it's some crazy heat going on, and then flames are going everywhere. And then what ended up happening, right, is pretty much a majority of the robots, bro, got eviscerated. And he was like, still need some work. Now, he didn't take up the whole area, but he took a good chunk of the area. And he's like, I think that should be enough points for the time being. So eventually, Deku just flies up to one of the buildings. It just sits there, and he's like, he snaps. And all the flames he just used evaporates. Everyone's like, what? President Mike is obviously like jaw open, like what in the heavens, right? And Deku looks at him and says, hey, it should be just enough points for most of y'all to pass. Good luck. As Deku sits back and just relaxes, everyone is struggling and struggling, scraping by to get points. Ida has no problem with this. Uraraka's doing similar to what she did, and for whoever are the other extras. Bakugo gets like a weird chill, or instead of a chill, it'd be like a heat spike. And he's like, right? And so with that being said, right, all of this stuff happens. 0 Point Robot comes out, and Deku is actually laying down just waiting for it to be over so he can go back to doing some more proper training. And then he sees everyone's running, and then he just like activates his HW, and he's like, so let me get this straight. Like his voice is booming as he's walking towards it. Let me get this straight. The second y'all sense trouble, all of y'all decide to run. What type of heroes are y'all? Y'all didn't even notice the feeble over there, did you? Everyone But we, everyone doesn't know what to say. But it's like, there's no point of giving excuses, blah, blah, blah. Plus, there's no point of worrying about her. Everyone's like, wait, what? No, actually, I feel like somebody would say, like, oh, damn, you so big and bad. Why don't you do it? Who said I wasn't already taking care of it? Them seeing him over there, them looking back, as the flames start to like burn on the deck they're talking to. I'm just a flame clone. He was waiting patiently for this. As he's like, and now I will consume all of you, but don't worry, as long as you don't have weak wills, you shouldn't feel heat. And then the flames basically consumes everyone that was running to protect them all from this, okay? And so the second that happened, right? Deku pulls up to Uraraka and basically like just lifts the rock up or like moves the rock out of the way and grabs her. And he's like, little one, do you feel heat right now? And she's like, no, I feel a little warm, but not really. Perfect. As Deku encases her around in flames, basically like he wraps her up with something, but it's a material or like something like he puts her on her back, kind of like he did with Ares in like when he was fighting Overhaul almost. This will only take a moment. Those that have, and then like he puts his hands, like he spreads his hands out. Oh flames, those that are controlled and those that I know, give me more power. Cups his hands together and just starts like shaking them together. And then basically it looks like he's doing a Kamehameha, but he stops short, cups his hands together, and then just looks at the robot and be like, no, that's a little too much. How about one of these? He puts one hand down, cocks his arm back, and says, flame claw. And then basically in what he one-shots the robot with a mass amount of flames. And he's like, just as I thought. Atomized. As the robot gets dissipated. And then he's like, I used a little more energy than I needed. I still have more training to do. As he like shakes, as he like says this with almost like a hint of anger and disappointment in his voice. And then he proceeds to walk. He proceeds to walk with, basically with Uraraka, and then, gets her somewhere where she can get healed. So after that, Uraraka would eventually, it's like, I guess you could say she stopped by. We're not making them a ship. But we could say, like, Uraraka somehow says, thank you very much for saving me. And then all he does is look at her, but he gets, like, real close, and she, like, starts blushing a little, and he's like, it was only because of your fire will that you were able to be safe. Those that have weak wills while my flames will always get burnt. But those that try to oppose me will die. And like, or he'll say something like a trial by fire or something like that, right? And yeah, she's like, oh, okay, nervous, almost didn't hear nothing he just said. And then, yeah, so that happens. Bakugo, he's kind of irrelevant. Deku would have pretty much the record for, most robots destroyed on some type shit. And, All Might's like, yeah. And then he's like, make sure no one's around for this next part. And he's like, speak. All right then. Yeah, actually, it almost like All Might knew he was going to say that. All right then. Real quick, I would like to say thank you for helping me out with my issue. And, yes, if we ever get a chance to talk, that would be greatly appreciated. Blah, 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 blah. So he was like, cool. And then, yeah, so Deku goes, to his first day of UA. He pulls up. The second he walks into class and sees all these people talking, he says, HW. And when he says that, bro, a massive amount of heat waves just go everywhere. And he, like, looks down at everyone. And he's like, Baka. Sorry, I just couldn't resist. You imbeciles. This is a hero training course. We're training to be professional heroes. Stop chit-chatting like we're here at the playground. This is not playing. This is real life. Get your act together. What if a villain decided to attack us right now? As he makes the conjuration of a dragon, just breathing flames, looking down on them, feeling even more heat, but yet they don't feel like they're getting burnt. y'all all would be dead. He releases his HW and takes his seat at his desk. Everyone gets quiet and like basically gets ready. And then, as Awa pulls up, excellent. Midoriya, was it? Because I think he would already know the nigga's name because, when he talked to All Might. And he was like, Midoriya, was it? Impressive. You beat me to the punch. That's exactly what I was going to say. But yeah, he has the right attitude. Because I'm going to say some people try to protest or say something like, hey, Dale, just chill out. This is right. None of this is fair. But I want all of y'all to go ahead and get into your hero outfits. Or basically your UA outfits. We're going to go outside and do a quirk assessment. Everyone's like, they don't say nothing because they're kind of still scared of Deku. Not even scared. They kind of like respect him almost. Like he came through with authority. So yeah, that's where we're going to leave this out. Catch y'all niggas later.